Oh, it is. Are we live? Hello and welcome. It's lovely to have your company. Really excited about this hour. It is, of course, the launch of a brand new one-day special. And we have got a very special guest indeed. You'll probably recognise her because she's a familiar face here at the craft store and been a friend of mine for many a year. And very talented, may I say. The wonderful Miss Paula. Paula, this collection is so cool. And I know a lot of people have been using it, but anybody who's not seen it before, I mean, it's one of those you can do so much with, isn't it?
You can, and the whole concept is about kind of having an art journal or an album or a memory book that bounds itself without having, or actually, it isn't a bound, it is a hinge, and you don't need glue to finish it.
See, I think that's just genius. It's such a good concept, and it's one of them, all you need is loads and loads of paper because you get carried away with it.
It does, and it's one of the things that is like one of the inspirations actually when it was obviously you when I started this, because one of the things that you know kind of when you were watching Leone Lewis, there's a lot of pieces that are kind of the cleaning the jelly plate.
Yeah.
And suddenly you can then die cut in one pass, and then you have got here, you can see that opening, and this is the element that you put the hinge through it, and then that secure element, and all those elements are included in the one-day special.
See, that is so cool, Paula. It's so cool. How excited are you? Because I know you've got the pages that people may have seen before, but then we've got the new elements as well,
Yes, we do. So basically, the panels themselves are these dies that will cut into the card or into the kind of the pages for the album. And this is a brand new one, which is the floral. You can see it on the right. That is the brand new set with the geometrics. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I love flowers and I love geometrics. And this is absolutely gorgeous. Sorry if I may say so myself,
you
because
have to say
I'm
so
like,
yourself.
I'm going to say it, because I'm like, kind of, it's one of those ones that I couldn't stop making for it when I received the samples. And there is the brickworks, which I'm going to explain. That kind of one that you're thinking, what that is for?
Yeah, what is this? Well, I've got some bricks on it.
Yeah, there is something for it.
So this is a brand new panel. If you haven't got this yet, don't worry. We have got options to get the panel if you've already got the wonderful Boundless Journal. But if you haven't got the Boundless Journal yet, then this one-day special is absolutely for you. And you can see just how cool this looks when it's all put together and just how clever it is. I mean, that mechanism is genius. It allows you to build up as many pages as you want. You can extend it. It might be a journal. It might be cards. You might be doing cards with this. There's so many different ways you can use it, and I love our Paula. I love the pages. You know, you can have them really quirky and fabulous.
Yes, you can. One of the things when I came up with this idea, and you're saying it from the inception, actually, it was one of the things was like, well, should I make it more traditional, a square or rectangle? And then you were one of those ones that you said, no, that kind of randomness kind of helps because it's different. And that was the prototype. Actually, I have it behind me. The prototype that I did, and then it was like, yeah, that is how it works in here.
Yeah, I love that. That is beautiful.
Doesn't
that look cool? And this shows you, you don't have to use them for your Boundless Journal as well. I mean, at the end of the day, they're beautiful standalone dies. You've got so much choice here. So let's tell you what you're going to get. So first of all, you've got your brand new panels. Now remember, you're getting the outside edge, and you can see there. So you're getting the outside and then the panel. So that means, Miss P, you can cut within a page as well,
you
or
can.
cut it out.
Also, I'm going to say one thing. And the outside die here is slightly different from the die that was in the original panels, and I will explain why they are a little bit different. So if you have got the original collection, you go for this panel die, you will not have repeated.
Amazing.
For the photo.
Good. That's good because we're like new. So you've got your two brand new panels. You've then got all your little extras, and these are fantastic because obviously you've got all sorts extra going on in there, and we love that because it fills up. Obviously, you're making the most out of that metal, but you've got all those little sort of elements and embellishments.
Absolutely. And for instance, the dots in there, they are the centers. They are for the flowers, and then you have got the kind of stamens for the flowers, and then you have. I try to put a heart in every of the Miss P loves.
Yeah.
So that's the center as well for the largest flower.
Yeah, I like that. So it all works together. It's all about Miss P's loves.
I like that. Loves.
So next, this is all part of your one-day special, remember. But then, of course, you've got the Boundless Journal itself. So if I pick this up, and I'm actually going to pop it that way. So, of course, the main element, that's your double page. And this is the genius thing about this, because it's going to cut this out. You've got where it's going to emboss it for you, so you're going to be able to fold those pages. But then, of course, you've got the hinge process of this. So you've got your hinge process with the elements that keep all the pages together. And I think, for me, that's what makes it genius, because obviously with this, you can keep changing it. You can keep adding to it or taking away if you want to.
Absolutely. And I remember, you know, like you explained it very well when you do it in yours, that you don't have to, like the pages don't have to be all the same. So if you have got a piece of paper that is a little bit smaller, it doesn't matter, because that adds different angles to it as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool. And it's easy. What I love about this, and I've used this a lot when I've been making stuff for demonstration, because everything looks good, but it's quick and easy.
Yeah.
So if you're having to make stuff quick and easy, but you need it to look good, this is what you want to go for, honestly. But there's so many ways of using it. I'm going to show you loads of finished samples, but I'm going to talk pennies for you. Now, this is your one-day special. Your one-day special is only £33.98. It is so affordable. However, if you are a Freedom member, that price drops. It's £30. £30.58. You've got an £8.40 saving, and already 20% of the stock has gone. And that's within the first 6 minutes. Let's show you some things you can do. And this, I love this, Miss P, because, this is it, isn't it? This is where you got your name from, because I do call you Miss P.
Exactly, by the way.
Or the wife.
Well, the wife.
And for everybody at home, we're not really married. We just say the wife. But we're not. I know we keep confusing people.
Yeah.
You didn't miss a really good party, don't worry. But if we do, we'll let you know.
Exactly, we will. A massive party. Anyway, that's made by Sam and John Sam, and this is using Graphic 45. Again, like it's one of those ones that if you like to make mini albums or kind of, this is really quick and easy to make. But also, for instance, like Sam was saying, like he's not somebody who has like you know years and years of crafting. He needs to be like kind of almost, and he's been hooked into it because it's an easy way to have amazing results.
Look at that. I mean, that looks ridiculously professional.
I love that.
It's absolutely beautiful. But this is what I love about it. Look how many pages you've got. There's no glue holding those pages together. It's all about the actual mechanism. Please don't worry, RMSB is going to go through that with you to show you how it works. But just seeing the variations, just seeing what you can do with this whole system is incredible. This is obviously one of Paola's. As soon as you look at it, it's like, yeah, that's Paola's then. But it's beautiful. I mean, this is the thing. It could be as minimalistic as you want. It could be as fancy as you want. You can do so much. I love that, because that's that extra die, isn't it?
Exactly. So that's the panel,
stunning.
the new panel, and the new panel has got that kind of diamond shape that matches obviously the panel, so you can highlight it that way. And this is just about, because I love poetry, I love the Japanese calligraphy, and it was kind of inspired by that. But you can see there, that's vellum, die cut with vellum. You know, there is, this hinge is attached in a different way. So this is usually the inside, and then I just put a brush in there, and that holds it together.
This is the thing, isn't it? So your hinge, even the hinge itself, allows you different possibilities.
Absolutely.
Like, look what our Hayley did.
I love this one. Thank you so much.
How cool is that? So Hayley's actually used the hinge in the same way that you did.
Yeah.
But then, obviously,
it's genius.
It's genius. And Hayley's used felt to actually cut this and make it into a sewing book.
Isn't it amazing?
That is really cool.
Just, thank you so much, Hayley. This is just an because we were saying about it, and she bought the dies before, and then she was like, oh, I would love to do from sewing, and like felt die cut so beautifully. I mean, there are things like fabric as well, especially quilting cotton, that if you put it between papers, you can die cut it as well.
Yeah, I just honestly, there's so much you're going to do with this. Everyone looks different. Everyone will give you so much inspiration just using it. I'm trying to find the middle, bear with. And there you go. So that's the middle. So this is when you're using the actual hinge, normal, if you will, and you can see the hinge in the centre there. And it's such, again, it's very stylish. So it doesn't look bulky, it doesn't look out of place. It makes your book flow. You know, everything goes together beautifully. And you can see the front panel there, that's the hinge.
Yeah.
So it looks really neat and tidy. You know what I mean? It's beautifully designed because it's all very fluid.
It is. Well, one of the things that I wanted when I designed it is that it feels that there is no right or wrong. I mean, the only thing that you can do wrong is put the what I call the locking key upside down, and then of course it falls back. But that's the only thing. But you know, it's about having fun and also being able to die cut it in advance. Like I do a lot of die cutting before it, and then I just play around it. And that one that you just shown, it was just to show a few pictures of my niece, and it was just kind of you know, just to say I'm a little bit more modern, more fresh, but you can do a little bit of different.
And that's the thing, you are going to get carried away. Right, there are loads of samples. I am getting carried away. There's a lot of finished samples, they're beautiful. Okay, one day special, there are queues on the phones. Please, if you can, get on the website or, of course, check out the app. Be part of a Chanda Freedom. If you're part of Freedom, it does mean you're getting that better deal. You're saving £8.40, you're not paying any postage, and that means you don't pay any postage for the rest of the month. It's easy to join. You can join today and get that extra saving. 981135. Now then, we've got extra goodies for you. So, this has already been super busy. In fact, 30% of the stock has gone. So this is a new element, of course. So if you're already going, oh, sorry, this is your extra. This is your extra new element.
And can I say something
beautiful
as well? Because the panels, they are limited runs for the panels. So when that one is, when they kind of run out, we run out of crafts too, that will be it. So they're limited runs,
Okay. So once it's gone, it's gone. I tell you what, this is beautiful again. So you've got that gorgeous geometric, and then that beautiful foliage at the bottom there. And then, of course, you've got all your little extras as well. You've got your outside edge, and then you've got your inside. This is absolutely going to sell out. If you want this, you have to check your baskets out. Half the stock has gone. These are gorgeous. So obviously the panels are going to fit within your book, but of course you can use them independently.
Indeed. And also the other thing I did is that basically the kind of more floral, or in this case the leaves, is the larger of the panels, and the geometric is the smaller of the panels, the opposite way of the new one. So that way is kind of, if you want to just be geometric and you're going for the new one and this one, then you will have a perfect two geometrics and florals. Anyway.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. And by the way, thank you, Julie, for the beautiful cards as well. Julie Hickey.
Yeah, these are stunning, absolutely stunning.
And
Look at that one as well.
Oh,
is that Mr. Lockwood?
I think it is.
It is. It is. He's put his sticker on the back.
Oh,
now these are absolutely flying. 80% of stock has gone. You have to check your baskets out. Super busy. Limited stock. Yep, that's going to sell out then. $17.99. No worry. Yeah, I mean it's $17.99. You pop that with the other, and actually, if you spend over 60, you can open a flexi basket. But $17.99, it's absolutely going to go any minute now. 499305 is your item number for that beautiful collection. Now, we've also got if you didn't get this when Paula first launched her incredible Boundless Journal, now you need this. So what you've got in this collection, it's a cracking collection. You've got your beautiful florals, you've got all your extra foliage, but then this bit in the centre. And when you first look at this, Arah Paula, you look at that and think, I haven't got a clue what that is.
I know.
But this allows you to create your journals out of any paper sizes, doesn't it?
And this one is the smaller one, which means that basically if you have got even the tiny, you know, I think it's about like 3 inches, as long as the piece of paper is 3 inches in height, you can bound it together, but it has to be 3 inches. The thing is, with this one, it allows you to any scrap piece of paper to convert it into a pages of the panel. It's one of my things that are kind of so easy to use as well.
Yeah, and again, it is a genius idea because it does, it just allows anything to be part of a gorgeous book, part of a beautiful journal. And obviously there's so much you can do as well. I love that. Look, how beautiful. Yeah, that is so pretty. Oh, lovely little wasabi.
And the thing is that sample that you showed is also using pattern papers like this one. So this one I kind of literally, this is papers that I was gonna like, they are like I don't know, 10, 15 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I thought, well, you know, you have got random pieces, make it our journal in there. Make it as then just put pictures or put quotes, or have it as a card itself as well.
Or sell it.
Or sell it,
Or
exactly.
sell it, sorry. Yeah, that sounded terrible, didn't it? Or sell it.
Or make it for your best friend and make it like a massive one for their 50th.
And put loads of photos in it. This is what you mean about a little one as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Because, I mean, that looks absolutely gorgeous. And you can see there, you can see again how this works. There's so many ways of using this. It's just so genius. Okay, let me show you what you're getting in here and in more detail. So, you've got, first of all your beautiful sort of foliage embellishments. These are your botanicals. So with your botanicals, you've got the those beautiful fine details in this as well. And they do cut so delicate, don't they?
Yes.
And I love the little hearts.
Well, yeah, I had to put them. You know, the last year with when I went to Spain, I had to quarantine a bag because that was the rules at the time. So a lot of the things that I did, it was kind of just to entertain myself to draw these kind of elements and then watercolor them. So I basically scanned them out and then kind of created these ones because I like as well the silhouettes, that kind of element to just very clean and simple to just layer for your our journals.
Yeah, and they do look good with everything, not just the journals but with your cards as well. You've then got the middle element. Remember, this is the bit that allows you to create your journals out of anything and everything. It also, I mean, the thing is as well with the whole system, you can expand your pages. You can make huge journals.
You can,
actually, can't you?
Yeah, because there you have. Well, I'm gonna explain it in a little bit long, but you can actually hinge them together more and more and more because you have got the standard. For that, you will need glue, but I mean, it gives you the ability to say, well, I'm doing an album, and then you kind of bring more and more and more. Because it's sometimes, I make a lot of cards here for people, different people, birthdays and things like that, and now it's my go-to. I know that I design it, but it's my go-to because you cannot never think, oh, I want to put more pages so more people can sign up, or more memories, or oh, I want this quote in there, and you can always add more as the process goes.
Yeah, and it doesn't look too bulky or anything. It works. Last but not least within this collection are the actual beautiful florals as well. And again, just lovely. And these work wonderfully with the new panel, don't they, Paola?
They do. So basically, they are exactly the same flowers, but obviously here you have got the intricate one, so you can overlay imperfect. So there you can place it. Now you have got the kind of hearty flower, and then you have got more the pointy one. Both of them, you can use them with the intricate element in there as well. So if you are going for the new panels, please consider to get them if you don't have the geometric, because it is a really kind of handy to put them together.
So pretty. Okay, if you do want to get hold of these, 20% of the stock has gone. Everything is super, super busy. I mean, the prices are just so affordable. £26.96 is your price if you'd love to go for them. 753321 is your item number. The one on the bottom on its own, the Journal Hinge die set, now that is super busy on its own actually. So if you do want it on its own, you have got that option as well. That is 369983. Now do check out the website. That's where you can see all your options. So obviously if you did manage to get this when it was first launched, actually Boundless Journal, there might be the elements that you want to buy separately. You've got options, which is always wonderful. If you've got questions, email in studio@thecraftstore.com. However, photographs, if you've already got this and you have already made tons of Boundless Journals, we want to see. Oh, lovely Derek. Oh, lovely Derek has emailed in. He's already bought it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He said good luck for part 2.
Oh, thank you so much, Derek.
You're such a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's adorable. She's such a good egg. I mean,
He's such a good egg.
Thank you.
But yeah, get your photos in. Studio@thecraftstore.com. Right, Miss P, so take us through. What do you do?
Let's go through the Boundless Journal. Right. So the Boundless Journal is this die that you can see in here. So you can see, the die, and that will cut this piece in here with that hole in here. Now, this one is included in the one-day special. This is the same as the original one, right? Just to make it sure that these is the dice that also you are getting, so you are getting these elements as well. Then the important one is that one as well, and the locking key. This is the mechanism, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So for instance, you can have it just out, I cut it out of this one, for instance, and then I'm it kind of scores it. It has got several lines. The reason being is because if you are adding lots of different pages, you want to maybe score the outer ones with a little bit more of a spine, you know, wider spine. So for instance, there we have it. Cut it like this. You can fold them all the same, or you can then do something like this. So you are creating more angles. But then you can also bring this one, for instance, and I'm folding it the other way around. So I'm folding it, you know, this is the right way, and then and then just put it in here as well. So it then creates even more elements in there. Then I'm going to put the kind of a spine element in here. So I'm going to take one of these ones. So I'm going to take it in black so you can see it. Again, it comes scored, so you just fold it in here and create that element in there. You can see there. Now again, it has, I hope you can see it, you can see there that there is a little bit of another scoring line. That's again, if you wanted to have a bigger book with more pages, then you open it like that and creates more of a spine. So again, the options are there if you want to make it smaller or bigger. And then the simplicity is that you just thread it that through, and probably it's better to do one at a time, because and then just put it in here, and then
obviously this is the thing, the die cuts that central the hole, so it's all the same, and that's why it fits perfectly.
Because that has, like, when I designed it, it was this, it's a little bit, it's not completely snug, but because obviously if you are adding more pages and or the spine is a thick material, then it wouldn't be too snug. So therefore that's kind of consideration. And then you just put the key, the locking key. There is two different ones. There is like this one that looks like a proper key. That will hold it all together.
And that's it.
And that is how it's all bound
together. That's genius. And that's cut out of cardstock. So this is it. You want to cut it out of cardstock. You don't want flimsy paper for your locking key.
Absolutely not. But then you can use, for instance, here I have got some material. You can see material in here. Yes, you can see material there. This is 500 GSM.
Ooh, wow.
Then we have...
See, that's well called for cover, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is like kind of, you can feel it. And
like
this is not...
wood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not. This is card. You know, this is not, I went to, you know, the floor and cut a piece. And no, don't, you know, this is actually card.
There is a bit of a hole behind it.
Can you imagine? But this is, of course, a printed one, but also rice paper, for instance. You imagine your beautiful, I mean, I don't have any here with me, but imagine your gorgeous Stampedia papers. And you kind of thinking, well, you know, this will allow you, and remember, like you say, even if you have got tiny piece, as long as you have got that bait in here and a bit like that, you can use it, you can put it, and the hole will be there as well. So there is a lot.
Because you're not gluing it in, it allows you to take that lock out and add extra pages if you want to. So that's your basic, isn't it? That's just the basic. So obviously that looks amazing as is. So that is just your basic element. Remember, this is the one that was launched before. So if you've already got this element, you can get the other elements. But that's your basic. And I love it because it's basic, but it so isn't basic, is it? Now, I just need to tell you, the one-day special, a third of the stock has gone already. This is absolutely flying, 981135. I'm also going to tell you, you know the other bit, has this absolutely gone then? Okay, so this has now technically sold out. We're going to try and do something or get in touch. John, if you're watching, love, or Sam, will you just ask John I think we're trying to get in touch with you. If you could just send Emily an email. She's currently producing. That would be great, because that's sold out, and we could do with some more, John, if that's all right. But yeah, that is sold out. I am not surprised. We'll see what we can do. Obviously, you've heard us appealing to John. So that's the basics, which are anything but basic. But then we've got the extra panels.
The extra panels. So again, when we do limited runs in terms of panels, what we wanted to do is, I always think a geometric and a floral. So the original one, I'm just going to put it, the one that has sold out, I'll put it here so you can see. So you can see the smaller one was the geometric, the kind of leafy one was on the larger one. So here I turn it over. So you have got the larger one with the geometric and the floral. And
oh, John, you hero. Thank you. That was so, did he say no more? He said no more. That's the last.
That's what he told me, yeah.
Wow. Thank you, John. That can go then.
Oh, it was not. Oh,
wow.
Well done.
Gone, my friends. Gone.
Right. So basically, so this one. Now, the difference between, well, this one also gets, you can see the little pointy here, the pointy stamen for the flowers. So those ones have been designed so they will fade for the kind of the larger size and the smaller size, but also will work with the intricate geometric flowers that we have got in here. You can see in there as well that will match perfectly those sizes, and then you can layer them if you wanted to. So everything kind of sort of mixes and matches in an organic way. Also, I designed this one that can rotate on any which way. So you can put it, for instance, like this, but then if you twist it like that, you have got that kind of element. Nice. Or you could then put it so it works whichever direction you want. Now, then you have got the circles for the centers, and then you have got that one that also will work in there as well.
And that'll sort of overlay on the circles as well.
Absolutely, that's the same size.
Yeah,
so that you can put it. Then you have got the paper clip here, which is slightly different from the previous ones that we have done. So it's kind of more of attaching two elements into it, and then you have got the diamond that fits that one.
And then I love that diamond that fits there, because when you actually put it in situ, it looks really effective.
It does.
That card that you did, where it's just that one diamond, it looks really good.
It's just, and also you can use it on its own in different ways. So I try to put as many dies that work with everything.
It'll look well cool if you cut just loads of diamonds in loads of different colours and put them behind the panel. It looks so pretty, wouldn't it?
Oh, no, it'd
be like a really cool jigsaw.
It would be, yeah. You can do that.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll get cracking.
Absolutely. And then this is the bricks. This is the bricks. So basically, this one, it was literally, I had this space here, so I designed a little bit of this one. And the idea was to have something that you can use as a stencil. So, you know, just a random stencil to add some numbers, and you can stamp through it and things like that. However, then I thought, what about, I love, so for instance, I love stickers that you have designed in the past and things like that, and I use them all the time, but I have got my own sayings and things like that. And so I designed my own that you can download. This is for free on my blog, blog.paolapasquale.com. Also on my Facebook, there is links to it. Cool. So I download, so you can download them for free. They are for personal use because there are some poems in there that are by other authors. But you, of course, you have got things that you can use them for cards and things like that. So you place them like this. You have to print them as 100%. And then once you die cut them, you can see in here all these different ones in here. Fabulous. So you can see, for instance, I have got saying like the ones I use, like be kind always, that you know, choose to be you know, on your side, take risk, love is kind, you know, you are your loveliest thing that I have ever known, by Scott Fitzgerald. And there's a lot of different ones. There's poems, there is of course the you are a limited edition, happy birthday, or stay sassy, be classy.
Stay sassy. Stay sassy, be classy.
And then, of course, it's like, you inspire me, which is absolutely true.
And you inspire me, Miss B.
So there is kind of things like that. So this, then, of course, you can use it.
Free on your. So if you do want to, download them on Miss P's blog, then you can do that. You'll be able to find the link on her Facebook as well. Yeah. And I'll really remember to share that after the show. Okay. I will try.
And then finally, I wanted to mention something as well. So I mentioned the panels are slightly different from the original ones, the outer ones. If you didn't get the original ones, don't worry. These ones work as well. The only difference that there is if you can see this, the original had the blade right in the middle, and this one has it just above, like in the outer edge. What that means is that this is the cut, but if I turn them over, you can see that use them in combination. So the white is the new ones, the gray is the original. So you can give you that white bit of matte and layering.
And I love that because it's like, what is that, 1 millimetre or 2 millimetres? It's so, but it's so nice to do because that, if you're trying to cut that freehand, that's tricky.
And the thing
and it
is,
looks good.
I love the way that if you want to do it, is there if you have got them both. But also, I didn't want you to have any repeat ones. And because how dies are designed, I couldn't put a scallop or because then it would make the inner panel too small. And I wanted to be. They are all interchangeable. They are all working together.
Yeah, I love it. And obviously with the panel, because you can cut it in so many ways, as Miss P said, it changes it every single time. This is your one-day special. Let me show you more wonderful finished samples because there's so much you can do with this. Remember those brand new panels. The whole concept of the system is to create your beautiful journals, but of course using these for cards, they look absolutely gorgeous for cards. Using your panels for stencils, you can see behind there, using the actual panel for stencil, but of course creating the most beautiful art journals from these. You might be creating them out of papers that you've already got, like these. You create your mats and layers. Obviously, because you've got all those dies, you can create the perfect mats and layers for all your beautiful journals. And of course, because you've got that system that allows you to create as thick a journal as you want or as thin a journal as you want, the choice is absolutely yours. What are you going to create? Is it going to be a memory book? Or are you going to be using all your beautiful decorative papers and actually cutting them up? Are you going to be, I mean, I love this. You can create pockets. You can do all sorts in them because at the end of the day, it's yours, you know, so you can get really carried away. And because you can add to it, it's not just the actual pages, but it's the depth of the page. You know, these don't have to be skinny little pages. You can have really good, chunky, embellished pages. I mean, these are really nice embellished pages. And of course, you've got loads of pockets and stuff in there, which I love. And when you look through that, you don't notice a hinge. You don't notice, and I think that's the other thing that's super clever about this system. You don't see the actual mechanism. You know what I mean? It's just so, it works so well. I love this. Did our John make this one, or did Sam make this?
Oh, you know, I think it was John who made it.
It's definitely one of them. I really look at our Sam. It's fabulous, isn't it?
Or do email us in because now I feel bad because I know. Well, I mean, obviously it was one of them, but.
I think it's brilliant. I love that. I think that's absolutely brilliant. The boys, and look, the dog's pretending to be the boys. That's absolutely ace. Isn't it? That's so lovely. Happy 30th birthday, Sam. So it's a really nice way of,
I love that picture.
So
I love the whole thing. And of course,
the
instant frame is available as well as the part of the geometric accessories, I think.
Of course, because that is one of the dies as well. Of course, the wonderful frame. Okay, it is so busy. If you do want to get hold of this, you are going to have to check your baskets out. Remember, we've already had one sellout, and we are now approaching 40% of the stock gone here. Please be part of Freedom, because that's the way you can get the biggest saving, and of course the way that you don't have to pay for any postage. Add extras into your basket. Remember, we're going to show you, 981135. This is your one-day special. It's literally launched just over half an hour ago and already approaching 40% of the stock. We've already had one sellout. So if there is anything you want, I urge you to check it out in this hour and then chill out. Watch all the wonderful demonstrations from our Miss P, and obviously have a look online at all the wonderful creations other people have done. And it is a mini one-day special, forgot about that. So it means you've got tonight, and then have you got tomorrow morning?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. and that's it?
That's it.
So you don't even have a 12?
No.
Oh, result.
Yeah, John will be but it will be with other stuff, not Miss P.
Right, okay. So you've got a limited time. To be fair, we might not have stock left anyway. Okay, so the other goodies. Now, this has been busy. And this is a cracking kit. Again, if you missed this last time, we urge you to get this. And actually, I know because obviously on my website this sold out, and then I really had trouble getting hold of this one to get it back in stock. It's a cracker because this is one of those game changers, isn't it?
It is. It's one of those ones that if you have got even envelopes, you can hinge them.
Yeah.
There is a circle one, or this one. Can you see it? Now that one is so clever. I would have never thought about doing this. And many thanks to the, of course, the angels who helped me to prepare for these, the One Day Special. If you open one of the circles, you will see that is, can you see there is a hinge? So it's a double hinge. So basically,
genius.
I forgot who did it. Is it Archangel or is Leslie? Oh,
I'm not sure.
But hinge it all together. So it's like kind of a double hinge in there.
I can't work out how she did it. I'm not going to lie. That messes with me head. It's one of them I look at and think, yeah, I don't understand. But it's amazing. It's so clever.
It is.
It's so clever. But even looking at it, it's like, yeah, I still don't understand, so I'm just going to fold it back up again.
You can do it. So, for instance, any die cut that you have got at home or any piece of paper, as long as one of the sides is 3 inches or more, you can die cut it. Also, one thing that I should mention with this one is just 6 inches in height.
Right.
So it means that if you have got an A5 die cutting machine or 6 inches, that will work with it perfectly, this particular one.
See, and it's things like this. I mean, again, you're creating so many different looks, you know, and you can see again that system, that's your hinge. Yeah. That is it. That's holding the full thing together. I mean, again, it's so clever. Honestly, when you have a go at this, and it feels sturdy. This is heavy.
It is.
It's a really heavy piece, but it feels really sturdy. Don't think that, oh, it's a card hinge. That's not going to keep everything together. Oh my gosh, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, that is keeping everything together. So she must have done kind of 2 there, I think.
You can do you too, and you can do more. And if you want to, you know, kind of like, for instance, here she has used very cleverly an extra hinge between them. If you want to even cover them, there is a die will cover them even further. So you have got all these options.
It's just, honestly, it's so clever. Okay, so within this collection, it's a huge collection. You're getting loads of dies, because obviously you're getting your florals, you're getting the beautiful botanicals, and then, of course, you get the system that's going to allow you to create so many different looks, extend your pages, cover the hinge as well if you wish. I mean, the choices are endless, and it's only £26.96. 751 321 is your item number if you'd love to get hold of that bundle. And again, you have got choices, so check out the website if you do want that one on its own, because they're all available individually as well. Now, we've also got the beautiful geometric. Now, these are all your little extras. So we've already mentioned the wonderful frame. We saw that on John and Sam's lovely album. And this is beautiful because it's going to mix and match with your collection. But obviously, this is just your embellishments. It's all your extras. It's really, really pretty. So first of all, we've got your geometrics. So with this one, you've got that lovely die at the bottom. I mean, with that one alone, you can make a background, you know, just cut it again and again and again. We've then got the, it looks like a compass almost, doesn't it?
It is, but basically it's like 2 arrows. I mean, I like the kind of almost tribal element to it, and I kind of think, yeah, it's a compass and finding your north, you know, the arrow through the heart as well. So there's a lot of things in there. No, in a good way, you know, not in a, you know, straight, like, you know. Oh, stop talking, you know. Paula. Stop digging yourself into a hole.
And this is beautiful, this border, because it's a good size die, is that one actually. And that on the pages, that looks amazing. And then, of course, you have got the beautiful sort of photo frame as well, which looks like that one there, which looks like the old Polaroid photos, doesn't
absolutely,
it?
Yeah, kind of in the instant kind of films and things like that as well, yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now, 40% of the stock has gone with this one. 261741 is your item number for that one. We've then got for you the beautiful Arah Heart. So again, you have got your gorgeous hearts. I love this one because the geometric, it fits in again with everything.
So it's a cutting into the card and out of the card, so you can use them both together. And you have got two of the tiny little paper eclipse hearts as well. And then you have got those arrows there as well. Now, the largest arrow, you can use it as a locking key as well. It's one, that one.
Yeah.
But it is it's one of those ones that it kind of works as well for, when you are taking pictures and you're putting them into your journal to kind of look here, pointing things out. And,
to draw attention to something.
Yeah.
Only $9.99 if you do want them. And those ones, if you are wondering, these are the little paperclip ones.
Yeah.
So they're really, really cute, these. Oh, in fact, there. See. So that is like how your little paper clips will work.
Yeah.
They sort of go over the page. Okay, now, I think our Sam has already emailed in saying there's no more of this one and there's no more of the geometric. So you want either of these, you have to check your baskets out. I mean, look how beautiful these look. These are very powerful cards.
Well, they are not mine. I think they were John, actually.
Are they?
I think it were.
They're beautiful.
This is Julie Hickey's as well. So that's,
Oh, just so nice. Yeah. And I love that as well.
That's another of Julie's, and I absolutely adore it.
That's beautiful.
And, with Julie Hickey, she's an incredibly talented lady. And look, she incorporates her own stamps as well.
Yeah.
And this is what, for me, is a testament about how you can incorporate them with whatever style you have got, whether it's more pretty, more simple, more kind of here, more traditional, you can use them.
I love that. That is super cool. And look at this. This is actually the hinge.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, how ridiculously fabulous is that? But it's got the heart in there. That is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
The work that's gone into that.
I mean, again, the angels, John's angels, who have created this amazing sample.
That's beautiful.
And I love as well, like opening the parcel when it came up with all the samples. It was just kind of, wow, that idea. I mean, I've never thought of that.
No, I wouldn't have thought of that. That is genius.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, if you do want these, remember, once they're gone, they're gone. You have got your choice, your geometric or the beautiful heart one. Obviously, pop them all into your basket. Make sure you get everything. Just check your baskets out. That's what I'm trying to say, isn't it? Okay, Derek's emailed in. Oh, this is Derek's first attempt. Oh, how sweet. That's well cool.
And I love how many different materials he's used for that
he's going for it.
And of course, the one that has the triangles there as well is included in the one-day special because it's part of the journals as well.
That is so cool. Derek, thank you, my love. That is absolutely fabulous. You hero. Right, that's it. The gauntlet has been set. Get your pictures sent in. Our Derek has. Please send those in. studio@thecraftstore.com. Love seeing what you've been creating as well. Okay, it is super busy. If you do have any questions as well, please email in. If you need Paola to show you again, because honestly, it's live TV and she can easily run through anything again if there is anything that you need to know. Okay, Miss P.
Absolutely. If you any questions as well. Right. So basically, what I have done here is I run the machine through. Oh, I was thinking through with 2 pieces of Duralar. Obviously, the second hasn't cut, but the first one has because that's the one that I wanted anyway. Sometimes. And then I put the top tape that, of course, John did tell me, which is to put a piece of paper on top of it, and that will cut even quicker in there. Cool. Now, one thing that I will say is get into the habit of cleaning your dies in terms of that kind of elements, because sometimes I forget to do that, and then when I go to a thicker material, then I'm saying, why is not cutting the hole? Because there is a piece of paper that kind of makes it, there is no space for the card to go through.
It doesn't give you the proper pressure if you don't clean the die, does it?
But you can see that I have die cut it with a paper, 1 layer of Duralar, which is I think it's polythene or polystyrene, not polystyrene. Poly something,
Poly pocket.
plastic anyway, which usually is really difficult to cut, but with the top tape from John of putting a piece of paper, which of course you're going to use it for page. It's another page. You have got here the pages, the matte pages.
And that's a lovely thing. I mean, the pages themselves, you can literally cut out of just copy of paper. It might be, and I've said this before, it might be book pages, it might be magazine pages, it might be old newspaper, your bills.
Absolutely.
I mean, what a depressing journal that's going to be when you go through it. Oh, that was my gas bill. That was my water bill.
You know, oh yeah, it's like, oh, let's not talk about that, because I am having, like, it's the first time in my life that I have got a smart meter, and then it's realizing that, yes, the fact that I like a warm house has a price, and you can tell when it's cold out there, you know.
I didn't know you had a smart meter.
Oh,
Is
yes.
it a bit scary?
It is. Like yesterday was really scary. I mean, today it hasn't been so bad, but
so
yesterday.
It actually shows you what you've used.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd love to see another picture. Sorry, rather than talk about smart meters. Who's this from? Leanne.
Oh, wow.
Leanne's been super busy. That is absolutely lovely. She's bought the new panels. Yay! Oh. Well done for getting them, Leanne. That's lovely. So again, super, super busy. And it's using all different papers and techniques.
It is. And I love how all three look different.
Yeah,
and you could do one for Christmas as well, like a Christmas card. And you know, some people do like kind of a year kind of element. So if you send it to a special, you know, maybe a grandparent or, you know, a child, and you can pair like pictures of the different moments of the year, maybe something like that.
What's it called? Not a round. Is it a round robin when you tell people what's occurred in your life for the? Is it a round robin? So you could make it's old fashioned. So you could do that. You could make the little book into your little round robin and show them what you've been doing for the year, and they'll go, show off. You've had a lovely time.
Or maybe it's just like you're sitting down and not doing much. But I just like had this with watercolor cards, and of course I use the outer one so it cuts out of the card. And like as I mentioned, you can use them in any direction. Now what I'm going to do is with some distressed inks, and I'm going to take kind of distress it, and what I'm going to do is going to bring in you know, some purples and pinks. I'm not a purple person, but I don't know, for some reason, kind of I said, you know, I'm going to do purple. But I like the pinks.
It goes with the pinks, though, doesn't it?
It does, and it's kind of... But what I'm doing is trying to create as well the stencil.
Because that's the thing with all these beautiful panels. I like the geometrics. They create the most gorgeous stencil as well, don't they?
That's what I love about it. And I'm going to show you, you can overlay them if you wanted to as well to do that. So there is so many possibilities. And they kind of put this one in here.
Oh, we're getting loads and loads of pictures. Thank you ever so much. We are going to show as many as we can. I now realise just how hard it is to actually get the pictures. Because obviously, honestly, Emily has to press loads of buttons just to show us pictures. And then Marcus has to get involved as well. It's a proper team effort. So I now realise I was sat in the gallery doing a bit of production the other day, and I now have super respect. We've got one now, actually. Oh, this is beautiful.
I love that.
From, who's that from? Betty?
Betty.
Oh, I love that.
I love that.
That's gorgeous. She's a simple card. Honestly, that is so classy. That's gorgeous.
That is absolutely stunning. I love that. And I love how she's used the two panels so it has created a completely different shape by having the other one instead of upright down.
That looks so cool.
And I love the flowers as well. That's just so beautiful. Thank you, Betty.
Really good. Thank you for sharing. See, this is why we love seeing what you do. Thank you ever so much. That's really nice, is that? Love it. Right, Miss P.
So basically I have finished colouring in this one, so you can see that. And then look at that.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
cool.
You have got, you know, another. So I'm going to again die cut these as well. So I'm going to put. I'm going to use the one that comes with the panel with the new panels in here. But of course, you could use if you have got the original panels. Now, of course, you can do that one as well, and then you will have a little bit of a smaller. And I'll show the difference as well.
I love that you can actually cut out the. you know, the bit that you've stenciled.
Yeah,
I think it's
absolutely.
the ace.
Because
I just, you're not wasting anything. Now, for anyone who missed,
yes.
where the name come from, Arah Miss P, where would that be from?
Well, I don't know. Well, you started calling me Miss P. I'm not sure for why. For why? I don't know for why. What a grammar, Paula. You were taught better than this.
For why?
For why? So you started calling me Miss P, and hence why, yeah. And
Miss
then
P loves.
Miss P loves, yeah, because then I kind of thought, well, you know, when I was kind of coming with a name for the new collection, I thought, well, there is only one name, Miss P loves.
Hey,
yeah.
And it's such a it's funny actually. What did you buy recently? Oh, it was tea, wasn't it?
Oh yes.
And I actually thought she got this tea, but I didn't realise that she got it blended and put the name on it. And she shared a picture. I'm like, oh my gosh, there was tea with Miss P on it. She was like, no, I actually called it that. I actually thought someone else had got that name. How rude.
Oh, yeah, no.
It is original.
Yeah.
It's
well, actually, to be honest, the reason is loves is because there was something, I don't know what social media, that Miss P was taken.
Rude.
Rude, because also it wasn't very much used. So I kind of thought, oh, I need another word. So then I kind of thought the loves. But I really like it because it's kind of in a way that it's like, I love crafting. I love art journaling.
Yeah.
I love the way that you can, paper engineering. I love the way that you can create, you know, like we are just creating it here with pieces of paper. And you can see in here, I have got the kind of, it could be vellum, it could be acetate, it could be paper. It's up to you. And now I'm going to do something that I wanted to show you, which is to take one of the hinges that I already have got die cut. And one of the samples showcases how those hinges kind of go in. And then you have got this in here. So, and instead of having the element of hair, you know, that kind of, you can take the die, and I'm going to show it. Just going to bang it. Because it doesn't, if you just take this one, you can then die cut it, say around the here, maybe around there. And then it will die cut these flowers into it.
Get it. So then you won't see the chunky hinge.
Exactly.
That's so clever. And obviously with that, don't put, and that's really clever, Miss P. See, she's a brainy little one, is this one? I tell you,
sometimes.
She is actually. She's really clever. But because, so when you're doing something like this, don't use the outside edge one. Just use the inner die, because obviously the outside edge will cut the full thing. It'll just cut your hinge off. But if you just use the inner one, that's how our Paula is just getting that detail. That is super clever. See, she's brainy, isn't she? She's brainy and pretty, and a nice person. She's normally the one that says really nice things about everybody else, and then like we all cringe. So it's great when you can get her back. It is. She's. Oh, there's a picture. Shut me up. Go on.
Exactly.
Who's this from? Kathy, that's lovely. So Kathy's put tons of elements, and again, it's seeing all the, you know, the pages before you see them.
Yes,
because you've got all those different heights.
I love the botanicals on the side.
Yeah,
you know, that
cool.
is so subtle, but it's there, and then it works so well with the scissors. I would never have thought it, and it just works so nice.
Doesn't it make you want to turn the pages?
Yes,
because you can see a little peek. It's like, oh, what's on that one? What's on that one? And I tell you, for people who are nosy like me, you want to be looking through it. Anyway, Miss P.
Right, so we have got the pages in here. We have got, you can see that I have die cut it.
That's so clever.
So that comes in out of here, and you can see there. So when I put it through, I will, of course, I need to use glue in this time, but you could leave it like this if you wanted to, but I do not want to do that. I'm going to put the hinge in here, the locking key, and this one is the other one, which has got like a little paper clip in here.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That will hold it there. And then I'm going to put that one there. And then I'm going to put, and then we are going to put a little bit of glue in here.
Lovely.
And there, and then I'm going to put that in there, a little bit of glue. And then I'm going to place that one over the top. And that's
so
going to be completely disappear, the hinge in there. Obviously, that requires a little bit of glue to hold it together. But then, of course, then you kind of go in and then you can put that one in here at a random angle if you wanted
that
to.
looks so beautiful.
And then you can see how the flowers kind of come in. I'm not going to glue all the elements, but one of the things is if you had the original ones and the new ones, look how gorgeous do they look like that.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It's just that subtle black kind of element in here.
That
and then,
border's beautiful.
I love that. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of in love with it. Sorry. But then you can put, now if you are attaching something to vellum or acetate, die cut the second one and then just glue it behind it, and that will cover the glue in there as well.
And it just, I mean, because it's vellum as well, that just looks so beautiful. It looks ethereal.
It does.
It's just stunning.
And then, of course, you have got the geometric
that looks
flowers
good over the top of there.
that then you can put, and then you could even put in a flower there in here as well. So there is so many possibilities of using the elements. Like you can have all 3 different sizes. You can see there, and then there is, where is the smaller size that I have got here?
It's hiding.
Yeah, it's hiding, so you can see there as well.
Amazing.
And then finally, of course, then is the time to put some words that I have die cut. I mean, I'm just holding everything together, but so of course, these ones is the ones that you can download from my blog or my social media. Die cut them. So choose to be maybe, and then say there are words like beautiful, optimistic. I like that one.
Yeah.
Choose to be optimistic.
That looks so cool. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much.
Shall I start gluing some elements to it, and then we can show it?
Yeah. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's such a good concept. Honestly, it's one of those, when you start using it, I've used this so much because it does make things easy, but they look so ridiculously effective. They look way more complicated than it's taking you to make them. You know, because of the, I think it's because of the shape, because of the variation that you're introducing, and because you can create so many different layers with this. You've got the beautiful book itself. This is the actual, the whole basis of it. So it's your double page. You've got the spine in the centre there. You've got your locking mechanisms. You've got your beautiful paper clips. You've then, of course, got all the elements, if it can go up the top there. You've got all your elements that will allow you to hinge the page, and that is basically your hinge. But obviously, you've got so many options with this. And then the brand new panels, and the new panels are amazing. I mean, that beautiful geometric, the florals again are stunning. And it's things like this. I mean, this was one of the original samples, if I remember correctly. This is amazing. This is the kind of thing you can create. Now, 40% of your one-day special is gone. I mean, look at this. When we talk about big books, look at that. All made from those panels. How genius is that, and how beautiful and professional does this look? Our Paula, anyone thinking of going for this, why have you absolutely loved it in 30 seconds?
Well, because it's very easy to create an art journal or a memory book. You only need paper, a die cutting machine, and these dies. You don't need anything extra to create a journal.
Yeah, and do you know what? If you are not a journaler, think about your diary, think about a planner, think about memory keeping. Just think about somewhere beautiful to show off all your gorgeous papers. Miss P, thank you so much, my love, and congratulations.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.